And I know some of you may be asking yourselves, why investing in Tanzania? Why are we here? Why are we saying come and invest in Tanzania? And here are some few reasons why. One, traditional, historic, and blood ties. You can't destroy the business of your brother or your sister. You may do some mishandling, but then you can't destroy it. So we are brothers and sisters, blood brothers and sisters. So that's one reason. And our history dates back to the 19th century. Surely this presents the confidence and assurance that your investment operates in a favorable and friendly environment. Number two is peace, stability, good governance, and conducive environment. And I'm here. I'm the leader of the country. And it comes from my heart and my mouth that we do have a good governance. Come and invest. Number three is that Tanzania is a member of different international agreements and memberships. We are a member of African Trade Insurance Agency. We are a member in the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency and the World Bank. In the World Bank, that's MIGA, and the Swiss-based International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So with this membership, you are assured of your safety in Tanzania. If anything goes wrong, you have somewhere to go for settlement. At the bilateral level, Tanzania entered into investment promotion and protection agreements with many countries, including Oman. I'm glad to note that we are on the finalization stage of the agreement on the avoidance of double taxation. It's going to end for sure, take it from me. Surely all these efforts will go a long way towards reducing further risk of investment in Tanzania and promoting business relations. I hope our two governments will conclude at the earliest possible time the ongoing negotiations on, as I said, apart from the avoidance of double taxations, but there have been other aspects which we have been discussing, and they are going to end soon, to assure you of the doing business environment in Tanzania. Number three is a stable macroeconomic and fiscal policy regime. Tanzania has a stable macroeconomic and policy regime and is amongst the fastest growing economies in Africa. It is worth to note that according to the 2021 World Investment Report published by UNCTAD, despite adverse effects of COVID-19 to many economies, Tanzania's FDI grew by 2% to $1 billion, leading in the East African region, which signals the confidence of foreign investors in the country's economic prosperity. So come and invest in Tanzania. All macroeconomic indicators are good, and prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, average GDP growth has been around 6.87%, but then due to COVID-19, we dropped to 4%, and now we have started growing again. This year we are talking of 5.6, 5.8. So we are growing. We do have a good growing economy. As a matter of policy, Tanzania is also committed to fostering a private sector-driven economy. The government continues to improve the business climate, and in collaboration with the private sector, it's working closely to formulate competitive and pro-business policies that are geared to achieving that objective. Since my assumptions to power, my policy has been let government govern and private sector do the business. And I mean it. And I mean it. No more business for the government. The private sector will do the business. And we in the government are creating favorable environment for the private sector, whether domestic or foreign, to thrive and do the business in Tanzania. That's my policy. So we have come a long way, and now we adopted we did the adaptation and implementation of the blueprint for regulatory reforms to improve business environment, but we also worked with the tax administrations, and we have removed so many nuisance taxes, and we did the rationalization and harmonization of duplicating roles and functions of some regulatory authorities. Before, it was like one company be audited by different regulatory authorities, but now it's just one. It's just one auditing, and if it is anything to do with any regulatory functions, it's going to be done by only one authority of the government. Then the privilege we have in Tanzania is the market access. We are a member of East African Community, which is having more than 300 million people, plus the DRC, which joined recently. But then we are a member of SADC, Southern African Development Community. So together, we make a population of close to 400, close to 500 million people, and that's a bigger market. But we are also a member of African Continental Free Trade Area, and that's boasting with a population, with a market of 1.3 billion. It's 1.3 billion, a market with a GDP of $3.4 trillion. So that's a bigger market. And you know what? Tanzania is a gate to all these African countries. So when you trade with Tanzania, invest in Tanzania, you have all this big market in Africa. But we also have a labor force. Tanzanian population is a young population. The younger population is about 68% of our total population. So we have the working we have the manpower. We have the manpower to work with your companies, with your investments. We have the semi-skilled labor force, most of them, but we do have the professional ones. We have the bankers here with you, so we also offer capital loans to the businesses. The bankers are here with you. Investment facilities. With me here are the heads of agencies of Zanzibar Investment Authority, Sharif Ali Sharif. But then I'm having someone from the Tanzania Investment, TIC. So they will be explaining on investments incentives we do offer to our investors in the country. We have also set up various exports processing zones. There might be someone else who can explain on the export processing zones, but we do have those facilities in Tanzania, and please come and join with us. Apart from the above-mentioned efforts, Tanzania has also embarked on the following mega projects that are destined to promote business and investment in East, Central, and Southern Africa. We know that investments needs infrastructure development. So in Tanzania now we are heavily investing in standard gauge railway, which is about 2,000 some few kilometers, 2,300 kilometers, I think, which is crossing at the middle of Tanzania, connecting to Burundi and DRC. And probably when it reaches DRC, some countries will join to go up to African countries, Central Africa and west of Africa. But then we know that investment is power, energy. We do have a mega project which will produce around 2,115 megawatts of electricity. Minister of Energy, is that correct? Yeah. And it's going on well. So when we complete the dam, Tanzania will be having a total of, let's say, 10,000 megawatts of electricity, plus other smaller projects. So electricity power is guaranteed. We know that investment is water, and we are working hard on that. So far, we have done the coverage of about 78% throughout the country, but we have so many projects on site. And by 2025, it's our expectation that in rural areas, water availability, water access is going to be around 85%, and in cities and towns, it's going to be 95% by 2025. So electricity, water, transportation services are all guaranteed. Excellencies, after presenting the efforts of the government in creating trade and investment conducive environment, let me now take this opportunity to present to you the abundant investment opportunities that Oman can tap into, and these are agriculture, mining, tourism, manufacturing, fishing, ICT, and infrastructure development. In agriculture, there is plenty of arable land yet to be utilized. And for us, agriculture composed of three major sectors. That's agriculture itself, fisheries, but also agriculture, fisheries, and livestock keeping, and livestock. So these are major three sectors of agriculture, which is not yet very well tapped. On agriculture itself, we are talking of having irrigation schemes to produce food crops, fruits, vegetables. So you may join us in these. In mining, nearly all minerals known to exist in the earth or earth crust also exist in Tanzania. But we are favored. God has given us more. One mineral, the Tanzanite, just found in Tanzania. The Tanzanite. So we have all, and currently we have embarked on being a gas economy, given our discoveries in a sizable natural gas deposits. And soon will be an emerging market for gas production in the world. We are having an LNG project, liquefied nitrogen natural gas, and it's going to be the biggest in Africa. Yeah, for now, Mozambique are boasting themselves having the biggest project, but when we start in Tanzania, it's going to be the biggest.